Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Persona Q, and today we're going to be exploring the first floor of the Labyrinth. But before we go, there's something very important we need to get from Theodore. Yes, this item is almost 100% required that you at least get one, but first things first, we gotta sell all of our scrap stuff, and once we do that, he can sell us different armors and weaponry, which is very important. But before you go, get these. Get multiples of these. Go home. These are 100% required to play Persona Q. I don't know. I don't care what people say. This is the single best item in the game, and you need it 100% of the time. And also, we should probably heal up since we did go through the Labyrinth, but we didn't get very far, mind you. So we need to heal up very quickly. And yeah, it costs a little bit of yen, but hey, we'll make that back with our exploration. And you know, I think I'm not going to change my team for a little while. I like this whole setup so far. It's working for me. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all we need. I don't think we'll need that many medicines, but yes, get go-homes. They are 100% the best item in the game, and you need them. Without further ado, though, and enough preparations, let's go inside you in Wonderland and hopefully finish Chapter 1 by this episode.
Try searching ahead. This seems like a very extensive stand. Its structure looks complex. It's quite different from Tartarus. I can't tell the topography or the exact locations of shadows. Sorry.
If you can't help us navigate, then we'll need some other measure against getting lost.
Would this help? I made it by putting the students' day planners together. I made it to write down where Ray's favorite shops were. But I don't need it now that I've memorized them. Since you're our leader, you should handle marking our path from now on. It'll help keep us from getting lost.
Ah, you're right! Could you draw a map of the places you've been? A reliable map could be very useful for us to escape from this world. Also, it seems there are a number of pretty strong shadows.
That's great news for us.
Since they're so strong, I'll call them by a separate name.
Fusis oikain eidolon.
What?
Fusis oikain eidolon.
Saying it twice doesn't help. Like, what's that supposed to mean?
It's just as it sounds.
Very well. We'll go with that. We'll call them F.O.Es for short.
F.O.E? Okay. About these F.O.Es, though, I don't think you'll be able to beat them. You should be able to tell just by looking at one, so don't do anything rash. Just stay out of their way.
You're telling us to run from them?
Putting ourselves in unnecessary danger would be reckless. Discretion is the better part of valor. If you find an F.O.E., take pains not to fight it, understood?
Well then, please be careful on your way. I'll do my best to back you up.
The rest is up to you. We'll be following your lead.
Finally, it will begin. Time resumes.
And alright, we're introduced to the map, and I could finally start using the bottom screen. Mapping is essential to the Etrian Odyssey series, and I assume it's pretty much going to be the same in this game. I'm going to go over some of the tools that we can use to make our map look oh so pretty, and ace our cartography class. Just kidding, but yes, mapping your locations in this game is it's a necessity. You want to have a good looking map. Now, instead of what I'm going to do, I'm not going to be like, okay, hold on, let me map ahead. I'm going to be mapping a couple rooms ahead of you and name things and show things off as we go, so it's not very confusing. So if you see a brief cutter there or two, I'm simply mapping, so make sure you pay attention to the bottom screen. And alright, I am done. As you can clearly see, a little bit of the map has been uncovered. And we will slowly go into what all these icons and such are about. Now, the way I'm going to be handling random encounters for this part of the game, they're going to be heavily abridged. I'm going to show an enemy group once or twice, and that's pretty much going to be it. I apologize if you want to see constant random battles and you don't want me to edit them out, but the fact remains, commentating over the same battles is going to be kind of boring. The enemy's behaving strangely, please be careful. Okay, Fuka, got it. And it's going to tell us about boosts and boo. Okay, I don't really care. So, the cowardly Maya enemies, what are they weak to? That is the question I want to be answered. I do know what the enemies in the back, they're weak to fire. Let's use our teardrop attack in the front. Now, I gotta be careful for SP at the moment. Soon we'll get into something that makes having, using SP not really too big of a deal, but for the time being, we gotta be very scarce with it. I'm only gonna use probably a couple Aggies, just to show off the weaknesses and stuff. But for the most of the beginning part of the game, you're going to rely on your normal attacks, and we stunned the enemy in the back so he can't attack. We're going to go for the teardrop attack. Caster. I always thought he was Castor. I guess I'm just wrong. And leader, are you alright? We provide aid as well. Now we're going to get into the leader skills. Basically, that gauge builds up, and every time you get a point and you do an attack, you use a leader skill. These are super helpful, and I really, really like that they're in the game, because it makes my life a lot easier, because Fuka can use attacks, and it's very helpful. The one she has currently will basically cast regen on your entire party for about 3 turns, and it's very, very nice. And what on earth are these Mayas weak to? I have no idea. They may not even have a weakness. Oh, well, I guess we'll find it eventually. And oh man, the leader got really low in that battle. But we got a decent amount of EXP. Don't worry if the levels are a little imbalanced right now. Eventually, everyone will pretty much come to the same level threshold. And there are 2 cards on the ground. There's no knowing what they're used for, but you should probably hold on to them. We get 2 blank cards. Alright. In the meantime, though, I'm going to use a medicine on my main character, and maybe one on Shinji, too. That wouldn't be a bad idea. He did consume a lot of his HP during that last battle, and alright. So, you're going to see that I'm slowly I'm walking on every single step. I'm doing this because if you see right next to the U in Wonderland Chapter 1, there's a step percentage. You get a reward if you step on every single tile in a dungeon. And because I'm a 100% Let's Player, we are going to accomplish that goal. I may eventually have to go back and get some tiles, but for the most part, yes, we will be stepping on every single part of the floor. Hopefully that becomes more manageable, and this wall seems different from the others. Is this a clock? It's a sign of sort, or is there some kind of mechanism to it? What should we do? Let's move on for now. We may learn about it more later. Indeed, now pay attention to these clocks, because you really want to. Either way, though, let's go south a little bit. I don't believe I've mentioned this, but the thing, not really a mechanism by any means, over on the lower right-hand corner, that symbolizes when you're about to get attacked.
There's a treasure box. What do you want to do with it?
Well, we're probably going to get the treasure inside of it, Akihiko. That's what we'll do with it. A life belt. We're going to give that to Shinji. I may have to eventually put the main character in the back row. It actually feels like he's a bit on the frail side. I mean, I think he's supposed to be like a caster or something. No, not Shinji's persona, but like a spellcaster of sorts. And it's that clock thing again. Everyone stop a moment. Alright. Clock on this wall matches the one we saw earlier. Let's see the map. This is the other side of the same wall. There may be something here after all. We should... Oh, I found a switch! Yori! Huh? And we will be teleported to the other side. Yeah. That's how these things work. They teleport you. You seem to have merged somewhere else. That suggests the clock sign is a mechanism that lets us pass through walls. Yeah, that's pretty much how it works, and I may be skipping a little bit of the dialogue here because we're delving a little bit too long on this simple little thing, but either way, that's fine. I advise you to note this mechanism down on your map. Now, how are we going to be doing this? I'm going to make the map a bit larger on the bottom screen, and we're going to... No, I don't like doing that. I like doing it this way. The game tells you use a shortcut like this, but I like showing the actual direction, you know? We're going to tap on the bottom screen and then do that. And it's going to show, okay, that takes us there. But yeah, I feel like that's a little bit better than a shortcut. I don't know, I just like using these arrows personally. Anywho, Now that's been taken care of, let's come over here and oh, there's another mechanism. But this one we can't pass through. For these type of walls, we'll be using these type of arrows, and then when we do eventually pass through the shortcut, I'll make it the two-sided arrow. I don't know if that's how other people do it, but that's how I like making my walls. Anywho, we're gonna fill up more of the map, and oh no.
Holy crap, what is that? There's a giant shadow over there.
That is an F.O.E.
It seems like a very powerful enemy. Please be cautious.
All right, let's charge at it.
We won't be doing that. Don't rush into things without a plan.
That F.O.E. is behaving suspiciously. Not only is it not readying itself for battle, it is showing no interest in us. Now that you mention it, try observing the F.O.E. a little while more. Isn't that F.O.E. moving in a distinct pattern? It looks like it's going in circles around a certain area. Yeah, you're right. I wonder if there's something around that pond. That is the F.O.E.'s territory. If we enter the area and attack it, it will retaliate mercilessly. That was Koromaru-san's warning.
Right. Wise words from someone who knows all about marking his territory.
What that means is we can predict the thing's movement and avoid it.
Yes, it's a powerful enemy, so I think it would be best to avoid fighting it.
Where's the fun in that?
Akihiko, why must you always be so... Anyway, if you see an F.O.E., don't try and fight it. Give it a wide berth instead, understood?
And the F.O.Es are visible on the map as well. Try to proceed with caution. The proximity gauge shows the likelihood of a battle encounter, so it's pretty much a good idea to not get into a random battle when you're near an F.O.E. Speaking of random battle, we're about to get another one very soon. Really quickly though, I'm gonna make the map a little bit better. And alright, we're ready to explore and hopefully check out some new enemy types in this area. And man, look at this. Look at the dungeon design here. Gosh, this place is awesome. I'm seriously really impressed with the dungeons so far. Getting into a battle there was actually very pivotal to us, because now we get to show off the F.O.E. So this guy, he's running basically a pattern. He will keep following that pattern. As long as you don't get in his way, he won't mess with you. Door right here. And now we get to go to the next room. This room is very wide, but there honestly isn't too much to do here. So just go straight down for the time being, and then go through these doors. But wait, let's go up over there. It's the stairs to the next floor. See them from here. Aren't those stairs? It looks like they lead down.
Please be careful.
I'm detecting shadows down below as well. Why not make reaching those stairs your objective for now? If we want to go further down, we'll have to use those stairs. Well, we can't get over this lake. Yeah, it looks kind of like lava.
Guess it can't be helped.
Looks like the only way we're forward is through the door. Let's go through. Oh, one more thing. I'm sensing shadows from beyond that door. Please be careful. So no matter what, if you step through this door, you're gonna fight some shadows, so make sure you healed up before you enter it. Honestly, I think I can handle them, so let's go. Oh boy, more of the same enemies. Yay! Not really. We're just gonna auto them down. I want to try this. Is Zio... Oh yeah, he is weak to that. So, the Cowardly Mayas, they are weak to electricity as well. Just trying to help out a little bit. We're gonna just focus fire here down the Maya. That's probably the best way to go about this. I'm not really too afraid of losing any HP at all. And since this is an avoidable battle, we might as well keep it in. Why not? Now, I think I should talk a little bit more about the boost. Basically, as long as Akihiko does not get hit, the next skill he uses will have no cost, whether it be SP or HP. Same goes for Yukari, since I believe she got a crit, so you know we can heal up Shinji here for free. That is a really, really cool feature. I like that a lot. They give you more SP later on, but it rewards you for knowing the enemy's weaknesses, aside from just doing more damage. You can survive in the Labyrinth longer and not have to go back and get more SP. That is really, really cool, and I like that. Oh no, the Mabufu, unfortunately. That's gonna knock Akihiko down because he's weak to ice attacks. Alright, let's just rush these guys down. We're still relatively strong for this floor. I don't think I'll have to go home anytime soon, so that's good, that's good. So you just finish off this last table. And I do believe, is that the last enemy on this floor? I think it is. Huh. Aside from the lying Haberlai, which I don't think we've encountered yet. So maybe I'll just show that encounter, and then we can skip all the rest of the enemies on this floor. There are also 3 blank cards. What? Wonder what that's about. Either way, though, quickly, we're going to come up here and go through here. This is going to open up the passage now, so now we can get straight through there without too much hassle. Which is very nice, obviously. Now let's actually check out what this is all about. This is just an empty area, and I believe down here should be a very small event, just an exchange between our characters. Now, there are no social links in this game. None at all. No spend time events, no festival walk. Well, I mean, there are events sort of like that, but take, for instance, this exchange of dialogue. It does not matter what you say, to be perfectly honest. Mitsuru is just making sure we're keeping our map up to date and such. I say I've made the right choice in trusting you with that task. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Mitsuru. But really quickly, though, we got those 5 cards, and honestly, our HP is not looking amazing. Why don't we use one of the go-homes in our item inventory and do what it says. Go home. Yeah. Because I need to desperately go to the nurse's office and get our SP up. Now, the reason I went back so early is because now that we have those shortcuts available to us, we can get back to where we were much easier, which is nice. And alright, let's, before we go, I think we can also visit Theo and sell some of that junk. Now, I always get more than one go home at a time. I feel like that's just the smart thing to do. 100%. You always should just get multiple ones. And alright, we're gonna sell them all of our crap. And hey, Sonic Fist. It's an old school item returns. We can get that for, Akihiko, why not? Make him do a little bit more damage because we found that hand item. And yeah, we'll equip that. So his attack will go up a little bit more. And actually, yeah, I did want to sell that, but I guess I'll do that later. Doesn't really matter. Now that's been taken care of, we're going back to the Labyrinth. And this is kind of just how the game is. You go in for a little bit, map it out, come out, sell your stuff. Rinse and repeat. Personally, I really like that type of gameplay. Anywho, back to where we were in the Labyrinth. And on the way, we found an encounter with this enemy, the Lying Hellberry. Yeah, we're gonna take this thing down. Luckily, if you picked Akihiko, you'll actually have an attack that is, well, strong against it. Also, Aegis, pretty helpful if you're trying to fight it. It is a very easy to take down enemy with multiple weaknesses, so you honestly should not have any trouble. This is the literal definition of easy peasy difficulty as far as these enemy goes. I don't even know if you should waste any SP on them, because they're just so easy to take down. Look, I only casted 1 Zeo spell, and it's as weak as could be. Heck, I can cast another one free of charge. Actually, I can't, because I got hit. So that sucks, but I guess sure can, so we're going to use a single shot, because I believe that'll do more damage at 0 risk. So you want to do that at all times if you can, and wow, 86 damage. At this point of the game, that's kind of stinking high, if you ask me. And our main character does not have the best physical prowess. I'm still debating whether or not I want him in the back or in the front. And I think Aegis can actually perform very well in the front too, so I guess we'll see. Since she is of the Chariot Arcana, and hey, Yukari got Garu. So that's pretty cool. That is on her main persona, so she'll always have that skill. Till we decide to get rid of it later. Anywho, very, very easy couple of, passages leading to a chest. Inside this chest is a chainmail for someone to wear, which is pretty darn cool. But now that we've gone through all the enemies on this floor, I believe I will be editing the majority of them out. But what's this? The ground's shining. It's some kind of aura, all that spiritual stuff. You mean the sacred locations as power spots. These are tourist sites where people, primarily women, gather to receive good fortune. I don't think that's what that means. You sure know a lot. I don't think that... Yeah. Not the exact definition. If those F.O.E. what's they're called F.O.Es, then we should call these power spots PSTs for short. PSTs? What's that stand for? Power spot... I'm sorry, I should have known. I would regret asking. Stop it, don't apologize all nice like that. Come on, let's get going. I think there's something in here. Maybe we should check out. Yeah, sounds like a good idea. So these things are basically places you can get very good supplies. And you know, we'll just auto down these guys. They're really not that menacing. I decided now to put this on my main map. I am playing the game ahead of time, and I mapped out every single area, every nook and cranny, as far as we are into the game. And I left these out of my original mapping because it's a new thing, and let's get that stuff so we can make some pretty cool items. And yeah.
Are you alright?
Yes, I'm alright, Fuka. Thanks for asking. Okay, shut up. Currently, I do not think Yukari... Does Yukari have her Dia spell? Oh, she does, actually. Let's use a little bit of her SP to heal us up outside of combat, because I want to hang on to my items. Anywho, though, we're going to switch to our circle thing. Put this right here. That's going to symbolize where these power spots are, just in case you're either looking at a guide or something. I'm not sure if other people are using the circles. You can also, I guess, use the mineral thing, which I think they use in Netrine. Yeah, they use that in Netrine Odyssey. Basically, these power spots have super useful materials, and you can get stuff around them multiple times, but be careful, because if you take them from too many times, shadows might show up, and you're going to have to fight. Yeah, but luckily, we took all of the materials from that one, and nothing bad happened, so that's good. Let's get this thing out of the way, and let's look around. Yep, there's not really too much to do here, other than another F.O.E., which we're going to bait out, and then he's just going to go on his way. Luckily, these F.O.Es are less aggro than the ones in Netrine Odyssey, which is really, really nice. Now, we are almost done with the first floor, but there's a couple of secrets that you want to grab before leaving, and hey, we should go through here. Yes, we totally should, because thanks to my super helpful, awesome map, there's going to be a treasure to get. Right after we defeat some enemies. I'm just going to burn these guys down. Honestly, don't care. If you look at the bottom screen, you can actually see where the exit is, so we're almost there. So hanging around here for too long is kind of pointless. And no, Aki is out of SP. Whatever will we do? And the main reason I'm using Aegis in this playthrough of Persona Q is because I completely forgot. In Persona 3, I never even brought up the fact she could use Orgia mode. And that is luckily present in this game, and she is obviously the only person that can use it. So is it good? Is it bad? I've yet to determine that, but I'm going to be showing off regardless. And alright, Yukari is getting boosted, and we're going to take care of the guy in the front. Now what's left is all these maggots, and man, these guys are weak to a lot of things. Oh, we're gonna get to see Yukari's finisher attack. Yeah, pretty cool. I believe there's a better version of that we can eventually unlock, but for the time being, that's the cool one that we can show off. And okay, that is luckily gonna cost nothing. Heck, none of these attacks are gonna cost anything, well, except for Aegis. Aegis, unfortunately, did not get the boost. Neither did our protagonist, or P3, I guess I should say. Shall I call him Minato? I always feel weird about saying that, but that is the name I knew him by when I first played the game, so I guess it's never that weird. Regardless, though, the enemies have been defeated, and we will soon get a reward. And dang, that's a lot of materials, holy crud. Did not expect to get that many. An elimination of shadows confirmed, exiting battle mode. Woof. Koromaris wishes you praise. Woof. I don't believe one woof has all that meaning. It isn't a verbal communication. Koromaru is technically not saying it. I'm picking up on Koromaru-san's feelings and translating them into the appropriate language. Our partnership allows us to do this. It's similar to Junpei-san and Yukari-san's relationship. I guess, who says me and him have a relationship? Woof. No comments from the peanut gallery. Arf. I think I skipped a little bit of dialogue. Sorry about that, guys. And inside of here will be Flame Shot, which I believe is a weapon for Zen and Rei. Well, mostly Zen. Rei doesn't really do much of the fighting. I'm not too certain if I want to play as them yet, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm just not feeling it, really. Anyways, let's quickly check this. If we get attacked, I'm not sure if I'm going to show that, and we did. Luckily for us, it was not that severe of a battle, and we'll get a reward for doing so. Now let's just make a mad dash towards this next event, right over here. There's something on the ground at the end of the passage. It's a box. It looks suspicious. Those bright colors. Fuka, do you sense anything from it? I'm not sensing anything strange in particular. I see. Oh, you guys, this is one of those magic boxes. Have you totally lost it? Dude, at least hear me out before you roll your eyes. Ray-chan, try putting the corn dog in it. Okay. Ray-chan puts her corn dog inside the box. Alright, so you saw her put it in there, right. Now let's give it a spin, and when you open the lid, surprise! The corn dog is extremely delicious. What? There's two more of them. What? There's two of them now. There are indeed two corn dogs in the box. That was amazing. He's a wizard. Well, in more ways than one, he is kind of a magician. Yes, it seems Junpei. And, call me Junpei the Mysterious Grand Illusionist. Something seems suspicious here. I wonder if we put something more important than a corn dog inside the box. Let's put a medicine. Actually, I press don't put anything. Let's try that again. I'm a little trigger happy with the 8 button, it seems, today. Who has never had a day like that? And it made a small noise, and hey, we got 2 medicines out of it. Cool. A net profit for us, yeah. So that's a little cool thing you can do, if you're interested in that. But that is almost the end of our labyrinth exploring. Now, here's the reason we've been mapping out a majority of the labyrinth. This treasure box is not necessarily evil. It's definitely here to help us, but there's a lock on it, and the only way to open it up is to explore all the labyrinth. It shows all the dark clouds, and that is area we have not visited. So before stepping through into the next floor, I'm going to quickly go home, heal up, and then get the rest of the floor, well, basically stepped on. So let's do that real fast. And after stepping on the last tile of the dungeon that we have not seen, we will get 100%. And now that chest near the stairs can be opened, and we'll get our reward. And if you have 100%ed the first floor, congratulations! You're starting to get better at Persona Q. And you're going to get a very neat reward, a heal stone, which may not look very good on paper, restores 50 HP, but it's not consumable. Which means this is a permanent item. You can just use one character's turn and heal 50 health. That is a lot better than you may think. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching this episode of Let's Play Persona Q. And in the next episode, we go to the second floor. So see you guys then. Bye.